Have you ever wondered what was the greatest maritime disaster in the history of the United States Navy? Let's rewind to the final days of World War II, where we find the USS Indianapolis embarking on a covert mission of paramount significance. This gallant vessel, a Portland-class heavy cruiser, was entrusted with a critical task that would alter the course of history. In the vast, ceaseless expanse of the Pacific Ocean, this ship, laden with a secret cargo, set sail towards Tinian Island. Unbeknownst to the world, it was ferrying parts of the atomic bomb Little Boy, which would soon be dropped on Hiroshima, marking a turning point in the war. The delivery was successful, and the Indianapolis, oblivious to the impending tragedy, continued on to the Philippines. The crew, a mix of seasoned seafarers and young recruits, were unaware of the lurking danger in the form of the Japanese submarine I-58. The date, July 30th, 1945, would become a stark timestamp in naval history. As the Indianapolis sailed through the Philippine Sea under the cloak of darkness, torpedoes launched from the I-58 found their mark. The ship was hit and began to sink rapidly, casting over 1,100 men into the unforgiving embrace of the ocean. The shock and pandemonium that ensued were beyond comprehension. Men clung to whatever they could find as the wreckage quickly disappeared beneath the waves. The vastness of the ocean, once a symbol of adventure and exploration, turned into a terrifying battleground for survival. The survivors, scattered across miles of open water, were left to face their fate. And as the sun rose, they would come to realize the true horror of their situation. The ocean around them was teeming with sharks, drawn by the scent of blood and the frantic movements of the struggling men. As the torpedoes found their mark and the ship succumbed to the depths, chaos erupted. The tale of the USS Indianapolis was not just a story of a sinking ship, but of human endurance and the cruel, relentless nature of war. Over 1,100 souls were cast into the unforgiving embrace of the ocean. The salt water stung their eyes and the cold bit into their bones. The only remnants of the once mighty USS Indianapolis were the scattered debris that the survivors clung to with a desperate grip. The initial shock of the catastrophe soon gave way to a chilling reality. The survivors found themselves surrounded by an endless expanse of water. Their only companions, the echoes of their fellow men's cries, and the looming presence of an unknown terror. The Pacific Ocean, known for its abundance of marine life, didn't disappoint in its cruel irony. Sharks, primarily oceanic whitetips and tiger sharks, were drawn to the scene. The scent of blood, the vibrations of panic, were an irresistible lure to these formidable predators. Accounts from the survivors paint a grim picture of the following days. One man recalls the constant circling of fins, the sudden thrashing and the chilling silence that followed. Another speaks of the dread that gripped them every time a comrade disappeared beneath the waves, the shared understanding that the ocean had claimed another life. When night fell, their plight only intensified. The darkness concealed the predators, the only indication of their presence the occasional brush against a leg, the sudden pull beneath the surface. The men resorted to forming defensive circles, their backs to each other, their eyes wide open in the dark, praying for the dawn. Hunger gnawed at their bellies, and the sweet allure of the seawater promised relief from their parched throats. But the survivors knew better. The salt water would only lead to further dehydration. The relentless sun beat down on them, offering no respite, the salt water magnifying its effects. For days on end, the survivors battled against dehydration, exhaustion, and the constant terror of the unseen predators lurking just beneath the surface. Their ordeal, a testament to the human spirit's resilience, a chilling reminder of the merciless depths that claimed their comrades. Then, just as hope seemed all but lost, salvation arrived in the form of rescue ships, their searchlights piercing the darkness. A miraculous sight for the weary eyes of the survivors, the lights were like beacons of hope, cutting through the black curtain of despair that had fallen over them. Yet, the sight of rescue was a double-edged sword. While it signified the end of their harrowing ordeal, it also brought with it the harsh reality of their losses. In the aftermath, the sheer scale of the tragedy began to emerge. Of the over 1,100 crew members who had set sail on the USS Indianapolis, only just over 300 had survived. The merciless Pacific had claimed the lives of over 800 souls, their bodies forever lost to the unforgiving depths. Yet, amidst the tragedy, stories of heroism and resilience began to emerge. Men who had fought against the odds, who had clung to hope when all seemed lost. Their tales, a testament to the indomitable human spirit, were a beacon of light in the overwhelming darkness. Years later, the survivors of the USS Indianapolis would gather at a memorial erected in their honor. The memorial, a poignant reminder of the ship and her crew, stands as a testament to their bravery and sacrifice. Their names etched in stone, an eternal reminder of the price they paid. The survivors' accounts, their voices trembling with the weight of their memories, provide a haunting narrative. The terror of the shark-infested waters, the agonizing thirst, the despair, and finally, the relief of rescue, all etched into their psyche. Their stories, passed down through generations, ensure that the memory of the USS Indianapolis and her crew will never fade. A symbol of the horrors of war and the sacrifices made by those who serve. Over 800 souls had been claimed by the merciless depths, their bodies lost to the abyss, but their spirit, their courage, lives on. A haunting echo across the waves, a reminder of a ship and her crew forever sailing in our collective memory. The tragedy of the USS Indianapolis serves as a stark reminder of the horrors of war and the sacrifices made by those who serve. The USS Indianapolis stands as a symbol of both human endurance and the unimaginable costs of conflict. Its story has been woven into the fabric of our shared history, reminding us of the depths to which humanity can sink and the heights of courage to which it can rise. The tormented souls who braved those shark-infested waters, who fought against the odds to survive, embody the spirit of resilience and fortitude. Their tale is a testament to the unyielding human will to survive, even in the face of the direst adversity. The legacy of the USS Indianapolis and its brave crew lives on, not just in the annals of military history, but in the collective heart of a nation. Their courage, their sacrifice, their story continues to inspire us all. The USS Indianapolis and its brave crew will live on in history, a testament to human endurance and the high price of war.